channel. Well, the time is finally here. We are on episode 6, Mama June's big reveal. Before we get started, I just want to say thank you all for watching my videos and my reviews. I want to give a shout out to Mama June, who lets me know that she watches my reviews. So hey girl, hey, cannot wait to see how amazing you look tonight. Also, I just want to give a shout out to Shay and Josh. I am wearing my shirt for Nikki and Bo. My friends, they did a GoFundMe to help with their son be able to get a service dog. He has autism, so we all bought t-shirts in support of that to help them raise money, because it is a lot of money to be able to get the dog, and not only get the dog, but to train him properly so that he can be a great companion for her son. So Nikki and Bo, we are all behind you. If you want more information about the GoFundMe, I'll put the link below. Make sure you go out and support, and let's get into the review. So we left off with June still depressed. I'm so sad to see that she is depressed, and I can understand where she's coming from. All those surgeries so fast, just happening just so quickly. She hasn't had really enough time to recover, to actually get her thoughts together, to heal up from one surgery before she's going into another. So yeah. So the girls knock on the door just to see if June, you know, needs anything, because they said that they're about to leave. And so she says, no, I don't need nothing. But they had a trick up their sleeve. They invited over June's family and friends, which is Kenya, Big Mike, and then her sister and her niece. And then, of course, Alana and Pumpkin are there. And they kind of stage an intervention. So because June thinks she's in the house by herself, she goes downstairs and gets some water. So when she turns around from the refrigerator, she sees them sitting there. She's like, okay, what are y'all doing here? I didn't even invite you over here, so I need y'all to go. So they're like, no, we're not leaving because we need to talk to you. You don't want to come to us, so we're going to come to you. And so June is like, nope, I'm about to go upstairs back to my room and hibernate. And they're like, nope, you're coming over here to sit down. So pretty much each individual gives June a word of encouragement and lets her know, like, we're on your side. You know, don't give up now. You're at the finish line. You're this close from finishing, and now you want to give up. We understand that, you know, you're going through all this, but, you know, we're here for you. We're here to support you, you know, not only as, you know, like Kenya said, not only as your trainer, but as your friend. I'm here to support you and to do everything I can do in order to help you finish the finish line is what I'm trying to say. So, you know, June then, you know, decides that she's gonna let her guard down just a tad bit. You know, her family was concerned because they've never seen her like this. And so, you know, June, we're gonna see what happens. So we switch over to Sugar Bear and Jennifer's house. Oh, you know, I gotta make that face every time I see Jennifer. So Jennifer is still fussing about June. So she's listening to the voicemail that June left her the day before, saying, stop calling me, screw your wedding, screw you, screw Sugar Bear, I'm not worried about it, whatever. But Jennifer doesn't understand what June is going through. June isn't contacting nobody. You're not the only one, but of course she doesn't know this or whatever. But, you know, so she's fussing with Sugar Bear, and then she eventually tells Sugar Bear, look, June's not coming to the wedding, and that's just it. So Sugar Bear kind of like brushes it off. And he's like, okay, well, we'll talk about it when I get home from work. And she's just like, I'm just letting you know, she's not coming to the wedding. You know, she's not coming to our house. She's, you know, she's not doing any of that. So, you know, like I said, Sugar Bear just kind of like brushes it off and just said, you know, that they'll talk about it after work. So fast forward, and June goes outside to let the dog out. And she realizes that, hey, I really need to reel it back in and get it together. So she says, I do need to call one person to kind of clear things up. Now, I thought she was going to call Jennifer. No, she called Gina. So she calls Gina and she apologizes in June's kind of way and lets her know, you know, I'm sorry, I need you, you know, you know that I love you. And pretty much Gina was like, look, you're never gonna get rid of me. You can fire me how many times you want, but I'm never going anywhere. So yes, I got your back. And she asked her, are you gonna do this surgery? And June is just like, yeah, I'm gonna do the surgery. And then it finally clicks in June's head that she's gonna do the surgery for herself and not for anybody else. So I think that that's kind of where she had to humble herself, so that way that you know, she understands the magnitude and impact of what she's doing. June looks a freaking amazing already without the extra skin or whatever on her. So, you know, again, I can't wait for the big reveal. Alana and Pumpkin come home from school, and Alana gets a FaceTime. So she looks at it, and it's Jennifer, of course. Jennifer just can't stay away. But Jennifer FaceTimes Alana, and you know, she's making small talk with her, asking her if she, you know, ready for the wedding, how was school, she likes her shirt, all that small talk. So then Jennifer finally gets to it and says, look, your mom's not gonna be able to come to the wedding. So Alana's like, why? And she's like, because she's been disrespectful, leaving me nasty messages, so she can't come. So she was just like, and then I want you to let her know. So Alana's like, oh God, here I am in the middle of this adult beef again. I'm tired of keep putting this little baby in between them. But, you know, so Alana's telling Pumpkin, like, I don't want to tell her again. And she was just like, no, you have to let her know that she's not allowed to come to the wedding. And she was just like, no, she's just going to show up. Because if she doesn't come, then I'm not going to go. I'm not going to go by myself or whatever. So we're gonna see how that works when June finds out, if she ever finds out. But so June is in LA now, and she's getting her pre-op all set up and stuff, getting ready for the surgery. The surgeon comes in and he starts marking her up and lets her know, you know, how long all the surgery is going to take. He said that it would take 3 hours for her face, and it would take 2 hours for her arms. So they take her back, you know, get her all set up and ready to go, and surgery begins. Now, while the surgery begins, you know, they start doing the liposuction, and because they want to be able to maximize all of the skin and be able to get all the skin before removed, so that way that, you know, she still doesn't have those bat wings or any excess skin or excess fat or anything on her arms. So while she's going through surgery, the girls and Big Mike are home back in Georgia waiting for her, or just waiting for someone to actually call them and let them know that June is okay. Well, this surgery, of course, is taking longer than the first couple of surgeries, and, you know, they're starting to get really worried, you know, so they're just, you know, asking questions, you know, to each other, just like, how long is it going to take? You know, how do you think she's going to look? How do you think she's going to feel? You know, so they're really waiting, and, you know, now they panel back to LA, and you see that the surgery is taking longer than expected. Eek. Alana even, oh my God, Alana even had a funny joke, which was like, I'm going to miss Mama's turkey neck. So Pumpkin was like, why? She was like, because it's nice and soft. And I remember when I got my weight loss surgery, and when I explained to my goddaughter that I was going to get it done, she didn't want me to get, like, lose weight, because she likes to lay on me and, like, rub on me. And she was like, you're not going to be fluffy anymore. And I'm just like, girl. But the surgery took 7.5 hours. Wow. So June is in recovery, and her recovery nurse, Brenda, I think that's her name, came to see her and is waiting there for her to take her back to the recovery house. June is at the recovery and she's in a lot of pain. Poor June. She looks like she was in a lot of pain. So the doctor just comes in and, you know, make sure that she still has her senses and stuff in her fingers, because when they were doing the surgery, one of the things that he kept mentioning is that they could damage some nerves, and, you know, they just wanted to make sure that she doesn't have any nerve damage. So, you know, so she's able to feel him touching her thumb and her fingers and things like that. So our recovery nurse comes in and just lets her know that the doctor said, you know, the surgery went well, and just pretty much, you know, that they're ready to go home. So, you know, they go on, you know, to the recovery house where June can rest for the night. Now, Big Mike is at home with the girls, and he's like, you know, June said that I'm supposed to make sure that they eat healthy. So he crunches up some celery sticks with peanut butter, and the girls are over. They want ice cream, cake, chips. Like, they want all they nasty food again. They don't want that. So Alana starts playing in it, of course, and she's like putting all this peanut butter on it, and then she's like licking it. Then she's even sticking her whole hand in it and trying to touch and chase Pumpkin with the peanut butter. And now the next day, June and her recovery nurse ends up going to her surgeon's office for a post-op appointment and to get her bandages removed as well as her drains. So again, she's in a lot of pain. He's pulling the drains out. It looks painful. So I can't even say, oh, June, you're overreacting. No, it looks fucking painful. So pretty much she has to stay in LA for 3 weeks just to make sure that they can monitor her and to make sure that she doesn't have any nerve damages or doesn't have any complications after the surgery. Now, we are 3 weeks before the wedding and 2 weeks before the photo shoot. So June's sister and her niece are at her house waiting for June to come home from LA. So, you know, they're all excited and can't wait to see what June looks like. So June comes in and she is still wrapped up like a mummy. Her face is still wrapped up, and so she's like, y'all want to see me? And then she's like, psych, y'all will not see me until the big photo shoot, which is in 2 weeks. So she, you know, she's still swollen, so she's not gonna letting anybody see her until the big photo shoot reveal, which I don't blame her. Here we go. June and Jennifer. Oh, girl, get a life. So Jennifer ends up on the phone with Janice. And the first time that Jennifer was talking to Janice really didn't say anything mean or out of pocket that I feel was out of pocket about June. However, on this phone conversation, she was talking so bad about June and how, you know, bad of a person she is. And listen, I just, you know what, and I don't care. There's a code and ethic to these family streets, okay? Jesus Christ. So pretty much Jennifer lets Janice know that June is not invited to the wedding. You know, she was just like, you know, Sugar Bear ain't do anything about it, so I'm going to do something about it, and I uninvited her to the wedding. But what she does do, Jennifer, is she invites Janice and June's mom, because I guess that they don't get along or whatever, and so she was like, yeah, her family likes me better than her, so I'm going to invite them to the wedding. So I know she's going to be mad. Like, why are you doing all this revenge stuff? Like, get over it. You got the man, girl. You about to marry him. Okay, good. Well, the girls are they're always trying to accommodate their mom and do good with their mom or whatever. So what they do is they start putting on like these face masks or whatever on their face. And June comes downstairs or whatever, asking what they're doing. Alana says, oh, I'm trying to stay young and beautiful, so I don't have to get my face chopped up like you had to. It's not funny, but I holler. Kids say the darndest things. But June tells them that, you know, the wedding is in 3 weeks and I still don't have a date for the wedding. So then June starts to go over all the 3 dates that they hooked her up with. The one guy that left her at the table, the go-kart guy, which was a good date, but it was like he kind of left a sour taste in her mouth. And then the creep that only was looking at her for her boobs. Ugh. So then she was just like, you know what, maybe I'll go with go-kart guy, or I'll check with him, even though he never called me like he said he was gonna call me. I'm gonna contact him and see maybe if he wants to go on the date with me. So pretty much Pumpkin is like still telling Alana, like, Alana, you need to let her know, like, she's not invited to the wedding. So she's making all these plans and she's not invited, and I don't want her to be embarrassed. And so Alana was this close from telling June, but then she chickened out and was like, I'm about to go wash the stuff off my face, it's burning. And she hauled ass. So we are 2 whole days away from the photo shoot, and June is still swollen. So she's still not letting anybody see her face, and she's covered up in her little mummy wraps or whatever. Again, I don't blame her. So the girls are playing rock, paper, scissors to see who's going to tell June that she's not invited to the wedding. So Pumpkin was just like, look, it don't matter if I win or lose. You're still going to tell her, Alana. And Alana's like, nope. So Pumpkin runs upstairs and she's like, Mom, you know, Alana got something to tell you. And so, you know, they're running back and forth just to try not to Alana's trying to make sure that Pumpkin doesn't tell her that she's uninvited. And her logic is good again, but she still should have told her earlier in advance. She's trying to say that, you know, she has this big photo shoot. I don't want to upset her. I'll tell her after the photo shoot. And, you know, June is trying to get ready for her date. So they're looking at her like, well, what are you doing? So she was just like, you know, since I don't have a date, I actually called Go-Kart Guy. And I invited him over for a date or whatever. And they're like, well, you can't leave anywhere. And she was just like, I know I'm going to cook for him. And they're like, oh, Lord. You tried to kill him in the go-kart. And now you're going to try to food poison him. But, you know, so she's like, you know, I'm going to invite him over. We're going to have some dinner. So they're like, you know, how are you going to explain your bandages? So she's like, I'm going to let him know or whatever. Well, Alana kind of like dolls June up or whatever and put some lipstick on her so that she can look extra special, but she looked the same pretty much, in my opinion. So June goes downstairs and she cooks for Go-Kart Guy and waits for him to come. So she's cooking rice and some chicken, and the chicken didn't look too good, but the rice looked good, June. So Go-Kart Guy comes, knocks on the door, and he sees June, and he's like, whoa, okay, are you all right? You know, you got these bandages. It looks like they're tight. So she was just like, yeah, I'm fine or whatever. So, you know, so she lets him on in, and he sits down. And so, you know, she's asking him how has he been for the past few months that they haven't seen each other. So, you know, he pretty much is just trying to get her caught up or whatever. So they sit down and eat, and the chicken is really tough and overcooked. Ooh. So he makes the best out of it. Go-Kart Guy is alright with me. He's a cutie too. So he makes the best out of it. You know, tells her like it would taste really good if we had some ketchup. So, you know, she asked him like, well, why haven't you contacted me in these months or whatever? So the day finally has arrived and everybody's heading over to the venue where the photo shoot is taking place. So June has all of her support system there waiting for her, and so she's in the back talking to the makeup artist, and the makeup artist is just asking her, you know, some questions and just letting her know she looks amazing. And she lets her know, you know, I've lost over 300 pounds total. You know, got rid of Sugar Bear and I lost 300 pounds. And I said, I know that's the fuck right, June. Okay. So they're all sitting around waiting for June to get ready, and it takes her 4 hours. 4 whole hours to get ready. And guess what? She comes out and she looks a freaking amazing. Look at my live reaction to what I seen when I seen June.
Second for Mama June to walk up in this damn building.
She's getting Hollywoodified, okay?
No, let's take a 5-hour nap as opposed to him out here.
Yeah. What are they doing?
Yes, June! Oh my God!
I don't believe it.
Look at that sexy.
Go, June!
Y'all done took my...
Yes! Go off, girl! You look a freaking amazing, girl!
Gosh. Yeah, all that need to be said was, oh my God.
Oh my God! Yes, she does, Alana.
Mama will look that good. Now she is the second cutest in this family.
Better get that drool off your face.
I love Alana.
Let me take my tongue in my mouth up.
Is that you?
I mean, all of that and all of that. Who from not to hot?
I know that's right.
Everybody's been here through like the ups and downs. Pinky sweat, pinky problem.
Do you honestly?
Yes, June! I freaking love it. Doesn't she look so good? Like, June, like, I could cry for you right now because I know it's something that we are all striving for, to be healthier, to look good, to feel good, to feel. That's why my name is Skinny Girl in my VSG body, because I've always felt like there is a skinny girl trapped inside of my body. And June, you look a freaking amazing. So motivating, so inspiring, girl. You look good. Welcome, my sleeve sister. You are my sleeve sister now. One day I'm going to have me some plastics and I'm going to look amazing like you too, okay? But June comes in and, you know, her family is just as in shock as everybody else. You know, she lost her gobble. Her arms are slim. Her waist is slim. She is in a size 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, y'all. And she was, I'm pretty sure, like in the 20s or 30s before. You look good, girl. That's all listen, she comes in, says her little speech, starts to break down and, you know, cry because she had a journey. And then, you know, it goes back and shows her whole journey that she went through these past 11 months or whatever. So she goes out in the hallway after her photo shoot. You know, she's doing all the poses and she's like, give me more fans. She is feeling herself. And then she gets a call from Go-Kart Guy. Go-Kart Guy lets her know that he's not able to take off from work or going on his business trip. So when he comes back, then they're going to get up and, you know, go on a date or whatever. So she's a little bummed about it because now she doesn't have a date for the wedding, and the wedding is like the next day. So Alana still hasn't told her that she's not invited to the wedding. And according to the previews, she's actually going to the wedding. So, and she's wearing that red dress. You better fucking work, girl. So this is, you know, we got one more episode left, which is the finale, which will be the wedding. Again, June, you look amazing, girl. Keep it up, okay? I'm gonna always follow you and watch your story and your journey. Thank you all for watching my review on Mama June's From Not to Hot. Again, this was episode number 6, and this was Mama June's Big Reveal. So make sure that you subscribe and follow me in my journey. I have some other videos that are on my channel that you are more than welcome to watch. They are there for your enjoyment. And I will see you next week for more Mama June. Bye.